So there's a few things that I don't really have experience with yet that I would like to, like train hopping or squatting. If I could just talk to somebody who had experience with that or who knew somebody that did, I think it'd be really cool just to hear what they had to say about their own personal experiences with it or what they know about it, from other people who maybe did. And then another thing is, and this is kind of unrelated, but just being able to make money doing things besides day work or like relying primarily on a steady job for all of your income. I think it'd be really cool to have something a little bit less structured, where I'm doing like side hustles and things like that. I've heard a little bit about digital nomadism and people doing like freelance work and generating passive income and things like that, and all that's kind of interesting to me as a concept, especially monetizing your creativity if you're like a musician or an artist or something like that. I've done music before, but I've never really got to the point where I was making money doing that kind of thing. And I'm not talking about the big bucks either. I'm just talking about something to use to survive, to eat. Have to have like a little bit of cushion to supplement your income, if nothing else. And so I've been in between places to live and stuff. I've couch surfed. I've been homeless before. I've lived out of my car. I've had a little experience. Like I've even slept on the streets and stuff. And that was kind of an adventure. I'm not going to say it was all awesome because it wasn't. There were things about it that actually really sucked. But I do have experience like having to budget or just live with basically no money and just relying on other people. I've lived at a homeless shelter for a short time. And like I said, sometimes it sucks. But those are things that I could be looking at, depending on some decisions that I make about whether or not I want to have a stable job or not. Because if not, worst case scenario, I'm gonna end up facing some of those situations again. So at least I can say I have some experience with it. But last but not least, I would say I think it would be really cool to be at a protest that is just absolutely fucking out of control. Like I want to be at a riot, man. I want to know what that's like. And obviously, if you have a job that you're like really serious about and you go to jail for like civil disobedience or something like that, that can like put all that on the line. So that's another thing. But